Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the show, Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max here. We have New Jersey's own joining me here on the show here tonight. Talk about his newest EP, Narrow Path, much more. Social media influencer, Instagram star, social media
Sir.
star, Is0kenny. What's going on, man? How's your night going? Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me, bro. My night's going well. You feel me? Just staying consistent on the content, staying consistent on the music. You feel me? Just bringing that. You feel me? Just bringing that entertainment, bringing that just pure, authentic content to the people. As wanted. So, yes, sir. Appreciate you having me, Mad Max. Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure. You feel me? For sure. Putting off from Jersey, you putting off from New York, so it's always good. It's that synergy. You feel me? Yes, sir.
You already know. Shout out to New Jersey, and I wish the Nets would go back there so my Knicks can get some breathing
Facts.
room.
Big facts. 100%, bro. You're 100% right on that, bro. Yes, sir.
Are you a Nets fan?
I am a Nets fan, but truthfully, like only cause I was, but until like Damian Lillard showed love, you feel me? I had to go to the Portland because it's only rare that you feel me an NBA star just show love in the DM. So I was like, since you show love, I gotta rock Portland for real. But hey, he might be out of there soon. Who knows, man? So or
Yeah. Maybe the rumors will come true. Maybe he'll go to the Knicks, but I
that's
doubt
a
it.
fact. Yeah, that's a
Knicks never
fact.
get anything good. We got Jalen Brunson and
Yeah,
and just though the amount of random players that we have on that roster is disgusting. But I want to get into Is0kenny here and the mixed personalities, the narrow
yes,
path,
sir.
in your mind because I really related to the track Young Boy, which was what you started the project off with because you
Yeah,
speak about just embracing because I've read about it. You embracing being alone and going through the
right.
fake friends and the industry nonsense that we go through.
Yeah.
Talk to me. What is the narrow path?
So I feel like the narrow path is really just that path that that nobody really wants to take, but it's really those ones that dare to be different, that dare to be courageous, the ones that really truly follow God for real. Because I feel like, without anything, I wouldn't be here without God for real. And the narrow path is really necessarily just focusing in on your craft, locking in, you feel me, and just not really following the crowd, because it's a lot of things, in terms of today where you could easily get distracted, but that narrow path is literally having your goal set in mind, keeping faith, and walking down that path. So for real, yeah.
And bless you and everything that you've accomplished this far and keeping a positive mind because you started out like in 2018 and taking it
Yeah,
seriously to go to Instagram, taking your page off private. That's when you
right,
started to take the skit seriously and Instagram dropping the
right,
15-second videos. How
right.
have you been able to just block out all the negativity being a positive person, especially because you got the
Yeah,
block button and you got to
yeah,
utilize that?
exactly. For me, at first, of course, when you're first exposed to like social media, it's just things to take in because like yo, damn, like yo, you see your first hate comments like yo, like who is this person? But then over time, you really start to realize that those people are just they battling themselves. So like, of course, at first you be like, oh, the block button. Then you realize at the end of the day, people gonna love it, people gonna hate it. You feel me? You just gotta pay attention to more of the love. So I was just able to really just stay true and understand. Okay, I'm making content that I love. You feel me? There's people out there that rock with it. So I ain't gonna waste my energy, feeding into anybody that, just wants to say a hate comment. And it's really honestly for attention at the end of the day. Cause even there'll be times like, I respond to the hate comment, be like, oh bro, I was just kidding, bro. I'm a true fan, bro. Like you feel me? They just switch shots crazy. So it's really just about,
Fake love.
staying into yeah, exactly. Fake love for real. So it's just about staying on that path for real and just focusing on it for real. Yeah.
It's amazing how Drake's fake love song relates to so many people. Well, I don't know if it relates to so many people in
Yeah.
the industry because I feel a lot of people in the industry are fake,
Yeah, bro. For sure. For sure. Yeah. For
which
sure.
is insane, but that's just how it is because it's
Yeah.
difficult for real people in this industry. And you're a real one
Exactly.
because you speak about it in your songs and just it's always
Yeah.
amazing to hear the stories of people who are positive and genuine that make it in this
Yeah.
industry and thrive. And I
Yes, sir.
think it's more difficult for genuine people to thrive because the fake always get on more. And I think now is
Right.
when you're really starting to get your flowers. I mean, you've been going viral for years, but you're switching over into the music lane full time. You want to
Right.
get into TV and acting. So I think your flowers are coming now.
Yes, sir. 100%. And I feel like, all glory to God for that. Cause it's just like, I remember them times I was just hustling, grinding, trying to, just, you feel me? Just make it where I truly wanted to. I went through ups and downs with this Instagram, this social media stuff, but I stuck true and I understand like when you really just, you feel me, locking on yourself and you really just see it through, it be the days where you're about to give up, where it just boom, all the blessings start coming. And it's just really that motivation to keep following that path for real. So yeah.
And you keep going. But this all starts when you're
Right.
starting to get the buzz with the little baby skit.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh, you did your research for
Yeah.
sure. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, 100%. So like the little baby skit back in 2018, that was really just, that was truly my first like musical kind of like skit content where I was impersonating another rapper because before that, the two ones that I did was the famous Dex one when you ask him what he wants to see in 6ix9ine. And like the little baby one just came about on some random. I was home from college freshman year. I'm like, yo, I took a long break. You feel me? And I want to get back on a content grind. What was the idea that popped? Boom! It just came instantly. Recorded it. Boom! Posted it. And it's crazy just to see the growth of it because at first, it got that local buzz. People in the town were starting to notice it, and then boom, out of nowhere, like I forgot, what was my mixtapes was like the first big page to post it. And that was when I ain't gonna lie, like back then, like it was different to get posted on our big page. Now it's so common, you feel me? But before that was like really like making it for like crazy. Like I was like yo, bro, my mixtape post mine, yo. And next thing you know, it just gave me that incentive, and it was just like yo, I got to keep going with this for real. So yeah.
The PNB Rock was also step up when
Yeah.
he commented under your post as well.
Yeah, That was like another, you feel me, a hype moment for me. I was in college at the time. I posted because the first one I did with PNB was when PNB and A Biggie argue over a girl. So I posted that one, and I remember I was in college. I was about to go to sleep, whatever. I just checked my comment. I'm like, yo, comment laughing emojis. I was like, I was geeked. I ain't gonna lie, I was like fanboying at the time because just like you feel me, it was like somebody that's in the industry showing love, somebody on the come up. So I was just like geek for real. So that was really a highlighted moment as well. So yeah.
A Boogie inviting you backstage and back
Yeah,
out to his concert, and he gave you some words of encouragement as well.
yeah, that was dope as well too. Cause like even rest in peace, Chris. He was somebody a part of A Boogie's camp. He was always in tune with the movement and stuff like that. So he just invited me and said, "Yo, bro, like you feel me? Been making this content. You feel me? I'm gonna do this solid for you. For me, A Boogie just happened to perform at my school, Montclair State, at the time. So just came for me, enjoyed the show. He had it on tilt. Went backstage and you feel me, just gave me some words of encouragement. He knew who I was, and just took the flick and stuff like that, and just gave me the incentive to just keep going and stuff. So that was pretty dope. Yeah.
It's something that originators in the industry, especially what you do, because I did hear
Yeah.
about your story in which you've noticed there's creators out there that bite off you. They're biters. I'm not
Yeah.
a writer. I'm a biter. We could call them
Right.
biters. They
Yeah.
they stole what you do on your
Yeah.
own pages, and you notice that. How do you keep going from there with that, knowing what they do,
Yeah.
and when you see them in person, and they're
Yeah.
catching the viral videos of what you're doing and applying it to their
Yeah.
thing, you call them out when you see them in person, because it gets to the point
Yeah.
of it's like, man, I'm sitting here and you're taking all these
Yeah.
ideas from me, and
Yeah.
it's not popping for me as much, but you're running away with
Yeah.
it. Do you think there's a point where you got to call these people out in person? Not doing it for no clout stuff on Instagram,
Yeah.
but it's like when I see you in person, I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you know.
Like honestly, that's a really great question because there was a period of time during because there was times where I took taking a break from comedy. There was a time where TikTok wasn't really showing me love at the time, and it was just literally people taking it like a wildfire, like taking my content. I'll post the same content, won't go crazy, but they'll use my sound and stuff like that and upload it. Honestly, I felt like I let it rock only because of the sense I know that nowadays that's just the culture that we're in. I just gotta charge it to the game for real because at the end of the day, if I go out of my way to just damn, I like it kind of make you look like like you look like suck for it in a sense because that's how I feel about it because it's just like as long as I know where my path is and I know that okay, I'm already they stuck on that viral content. I'm already thinking like 10 steps ahead with content. So I'll let them rock with it, you feel me? And honestly, it's deep down, I know it's just like, okay, I see like, oh, he taking my joint. That just mean I inspired him. You feel me? I inspired him. I'm adding to the game. I'm adding to it. So it's just like, you feel me? I don't let it, at first I used to let it get to me because, I was just grinding. It just sucks, to just, and like, like I'm putting in this pain and they just taking my sauce like that. But then I realized, you know what? It's all good. I know God gonna give me something greater than that. So I ain't even gonna, hey, I ain't even gonna, for me, if they doing that, they feel like that's what they could run with it. Cause they just see the short term of it. You feel me? They take the sauce and they try to switch it up, but then it don't work. But you feel me? I know it's like, okay, I know it's just about leveling up everywhere. So it's all good. I just let them rock truthfully for it. I mentioned, I'll be like, yo, bro, like, oh, yeah. Cause at the end of the day, people will really see it and they off rip, they have no sense. Yo, bro, like your content, bro, like I rock with it so crazy, bro. Like you inspire me. They already say it themselves. I really don't have to say anything for me. So I just leave it at that for real. Yeah.
Comes a point in time where the clout that they're getting off the videos that they're stealing from you, it's gonna die
Yeah.
out, because I believe being original is being yourself, and
That's
those
a
people
fact.
aren't being
Right.
themselves.
Right, exactly, and that's really honestly that culture we're in today. TikTok, you know, Instagram, you feel me? That's literally what it is. You're using other people's sound and stuff like that. And of course it has its benefits, but I feel like as a true content creator, you got to understand, what do you want to bring to the table? What's going to be authentic to yourself? Because that's a fact, you feel me? It's nowadays people can see through the fakeness of it. You feel me? And you could fake it till you make it, but it's always going to be a thing where you just reach that point. It's like, nah, this ain't me. I really want to give them something that's truly me. So it's really just about, you know, looking and planning, building the foundation first, and everything else is going to take care of itself. The reason why able to be this successful, because I built that foundation. I knew that, you know, the next level required me to invest in myself even more. You know, even the content that I'm making now, you feel me, is due to just me learning how to engineer myself and actually, you know, take out the middleman of going into the studio. So it's just really about locking in with yourself and understanding, okay, to get to this spot, I gotta genuinely be me. For me, that's all it is. Or
If I was you, I mean, people may not like the backlash, but I don't care,
yeah.
because when I learned about your videos, you
Right.
put you put about an hour into each video. You study the rapper's lyrics and flows, and you
Definitely.
put it into your own video. So if I saw someone out there stealing what I'm doing, there'd be a lot
Yeah.
of Will Smith incidents going on. Okay.
Hey, that's that New York in you. You feel me? Like, yo,
Yeah.
you dead ass B? Like, you bugging, bro? Like, no cap, but nah, definitely, bro. 100%. You 100% right in that, bro. Because it's just like, I feel like, you know, people just like to hide behind it. But the thing about it is, bro, it's like the reason I'll never give them the benefit of me calling them out is because it's easy for them to be like, yo, what are you talking about? You just hating, bro. Like, bugging. They gonna play that card.
And they'd win the
Yeah.
situation over somehow. They would somehow
Yeah.
they would be the ones that would be believed.
Exactly, because all it takes is, nowadays we live in a world where, you know, the fans, they worshiping these creators. So all it takes for the creator, like, oh, he just hating on me. Oh, he stole, like, he's saying I stole, but nah, y'all know I've been doing this, and the fans is gonna believe it type. So it's gonna be a lot of rhetoric. So you feel me? Like, even my boy Pax, he say, yo, don't even, like, you feel me? You know, if you got like somebody that's hating, you could really turn them to a fan like that. You feel me? Because they want you to react. It's probably people like, damn, like, if I meet Is0kenny, probably going, oh, he ain't even really mad about it. Like, oh, I'm gonna just let him rock. I'm not even gonna take his content no more. This is how it really worked. But I just know, like, at the end of the day, I'll just be thinking about so much content videos. I'm not even stuck on that. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, bring the food orders back. Like, that's already old. People done took that and ran with that. It's so many things, but I just let that rock. That was a moment in time. Now it's to the next phase to level up. So yeah. But
And you're leveling up. You could tell just from with the music that you got released and the skit you keep working on. When did you
yes,
notice that
sir.
Instagram started to change, especially with the algorithms, and how did
Yeah.
you adapt to them?
Honestly, I knew Instagram really started to change once I took that break and I came back. I knew it was definitely stricter, you know, because even now I feel like Instagram don't be showing all my followers my posts for. It's like a certain percentage, but I really just had to work around it because I always take pride in consistency. But what really told me it started to change 100% was probably around like 20 late 2020, once Reels came in for real. Because once TikTok started, you know, coming in, that's where all these apps started to mimic it and stuff like that. And now it's just like, I remember back in 2018, it was a certain amount of creators that was really on that stage. But now it's like every day, everybody's a creator now. You feel me? So that's why I know it's now become a game of competition, and, you know, just a lot of, you know, just numbers and stuff like that. But now it's really more so niche marketed. So you got to focus on what you really want to bring and stick to that lane and really replicate it, because now everything is in a fast culture. We're in a fast culture. We can't have time to digest and process things. But I just knew it started to change once Reels came in, and I knew, okay, once an app comes out with a new feature, you definitely want to rock with it and go crazy. Because honestly, it was Reels that really just kick started everything back for it. That's why I post everything mainly on there. So yeah.
TikTok. What are your thoughts on this app now? It being the number one for creators, and then you have
Yeah.
all these companies they want to shut it down potentially. I don't know if you heard
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, where I need you don't have to
Yeah,
send me that
there's people
article. I
out
need.
there
Yeah,
advocating for TikTok to
yeah,
get shut down, and I think TikTok is
yeah.
like the number one most valuable right now because you get more
Definitely,
exposure from it. Because Instagram, they
definitely.
hide your posts from your profile
Yep.
and all your
Right.
followers.
Exactly. That's a fact, bro. Definitely. And it's crazy. At first, I had a love hate relationship with TikTok. You know, because even when I was on that time coming back, um, from taking like a 6 month break, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna start back on TikTok, and I really started seeing that. Okay, it's easy to understand. But then, you know, there was that time where, you know, people just using my sounds, using my videos, uploading it, and I'm posting it, and my account is dead. It's not going crazy. but I remember it was last year around March. I just posted a random like videos to a song "Who I Smoke." It was just a skit to that. Like Logic was just crazy, but I don't condone none of that. You feel me? But you feel me? But I just made that. It started going crazy again, and then it just gave me the sense. It gave me a battery to start posting more and more and stuff like that. And then I just really started just getting into just different types of content. You feel me? And then I started finding my groove once I started engineering myself. But TikTok right now, it's the app to go to. It honestly changed my life. It uplifted things. That's my biggest following on that platform. So it's just grateful that things just started to turn around. They started to see, oh, we've been playing this dude for too long. Let's start running this stuff up. You feel me? So I was just like, yeah, let's get to it. You feel me? So now TikTok is really just that backbone of everything, and I honestly see it just going crazier. So, and definitely the culture we're in right now, as a creator, as anything, literally, if you just gotta learn how to adapt to things online for to build your business, to build your brand, because that's where things are taking. It's not really, there's still that word of mouth marketing, but now with social media is literally changing people's lives like in the blink of an eye. So yeah.
It is. And just think about it. One of your favorite creators reposted you, Shiggy, when you were playing the
Yeah.
1800s, homie, in the studio.
Yeah, nah, that was you did your research. You saw that.
Yeah.
Nah, that's tough, bro. I rock with that. You feel me? So like, yeah, I shout out to Shiggy for like he was honest. That's a creator that really inspired me to even get into content for real. Like even just seeing him show love for real just made me realize, yo, I'm doing it. Like, yo, this is crazy for real. Like it was times where I was just like on private, thinking it's gonna be cringe, but now it's like I'm getting love from like everywhere. You feel me, around the world type stuff. So it was just really inspiring for real. Yeah.
Haha Davis, too.
Oh yeah, haha Davis too. Like you feel me? For me, he was just guard, guard. He was just funny. His videos, he just, it was just funny for real. Like it's just amazing to know that you feel me. You show, you just be genuine, be authentic. You create that that content that it came from the heart for him. People gonna resonate with it always for real. Yeah,
I want your thoughts on this person. He's really a well-known figure in the industry.
yeah,
Shout out to him, Michael Rappaport. Everything
yeah.
that he touches goes viral, man.
Nah, yeah, Mike Rapport, he's funny too. Like it's because I feel like it's just the way he says things and just the energy and the tenacity of how he says things is just like, yo, you gotta listen to what he says. So nah, Mike Rapport, he's definitely a figure in the content creating space. You feel me? And always knows how to just pull in those viewers and we just have that content that just makes people like intrigued a lot. So yeah, for sure. Shout out to Mike Rapport for real.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Michael Rappaport. Bobby Valentino and Miguel are two major influences to you
Yes, sir.
growing up in the music industry now. What's next for your music career with Plus One Records?
Yeah.
What's the next moves here?
I feel like honestly, like the next stage for my music career is genuinely just really expanding what I have now. I really stumbled into creating these characters. It was just the incentive, like, oh, I just did the homie from the 1800s. Oh, let me do the quiet kid. Oh, wait, let me do the frat kid. Oh, let me do the. It's just building a lot. Like, I got the bully going in the studio too. You feel me? Yo, word too. You could get stuffed in a locker. You feel me? Like, it's gonna get crazy. Like, I'm just gonna definitely expand the ISO-verse. You feel me? Definitely just go crazy on the music side of things, and just really expand my sound because I'm just thankful that God gave me the ability to sing because I know it could get tiring rapping all day. Feel me? So it's just like the fact that I'm able to be versatile with melodies, with bars, and all of that. Because it's just like, yeah. So definitely the next stage is really just focusing on, building the fan base, connecting more with my fans, and just really seeing where this thing could go. Because it's honestly the potential is just crazy for us. So yeah,
I'm curious your range of people that you can impersonate.
yeah,
Like, how many people you think on a range that you can do it? Do you go back all the way to the '90s and study '90s hip hop artists? Like, I'd love to see you do like a
yeah.
Snoop Dogg impression.
I work like think about like in person or it's definitely a range. And I feel like my strength is more so on the current modern day, only because
Current
that's what
ones.
people's eyes on. But definitely if I ever got some practice in for it, I could do a Snoop Doggy Doubt. Like you feel me? I could work on it better day, you feel me? I remember one skit I did a rap heaven freestyle cipher. I did a Tupac and Biggie one. You feel me? I gotta work because sometimes it can get rusty. There's some that's down pat, like the 6ix9ine, you feel me? Smoke with her. That's the thought. Hey, buggy with the hoodie for me. Stuff like that is really just like that. But like, there's certain ones that let me just hear the vocal mannerism, and I get it down pat. So yeah, for real. Yeah,
There comes a moment in time when you got to say, man, I've really arrived. And I think we could speak about this moment was at the BET Awards. You were on the red
yeah,
carpet, 2022
yeah,
BET Awards. Tell me about
yeah.
this experience and getting the invite and going.
Yeah, so that experience was so dope for her because just like shout out to my boy Noah Oliide, you feel me? Like he's my cousin, he's a TV producer, BT doing great things, going crazy for her. he's the one that really just, extended that invite for us. So it was definitely a great experience just being around so many just celebrities and stars. Even on Sunday, I was at the BET Empire brunch. So just really seeing, tapping in with so many artists and just, people showing me love. I remember when I stepped in there, it was like an old head like, hey, my kids put me on you. You keep doing your thing, oh, young blood. Feel me? I was like, yeah, when an OG call you young blood, you feel me? That's like a stamp of approval for us. So it was just really amazing, bro, to really just to soak up everything around, just to know that, I'm here by the glory of God. I just got to keep grinding, keep my head on the swivel, keep following that narrow path, for me, and just see it all the way through, you feel me? Because the potential is really, it's really crazy for real. Yeah.
How's the experience of the Sean Puffy Diddy Combs celebration there for his Legacy Award?
Yeah, that's amazing because definitely Diddy, he had just a great impact, you feel me, musically, so it's just good to see, musically to him get his flowers and stuff like that, because it's a lot of people that been around since the 90s to see how far he's came and stuff like that. So in the music side of things, he's definitely just crushing it crazy for us. So now it's really dope to see him get his flowers on that for real. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're not afraid to try new things, especially with the 1950s drip and putting the drill
Yeah.
lyrics in there.
Definitely, like, even that was me, like, just, and it's crazy too, like, it be the skits, like, I'm thinking, yo, it's not gonna go crazy, I'm in my college dorm thinking, okay, what's the next skit? Oh, 1950 drill, boom. And I have this thing where I don't try to be a fiend on social media, look at the notifications crazy, I don't got my notifications on, I just wake up to that, I at 900K views, I'm like, oh, okay, this is the one, they want me to drop this expeditiously, got that. But even outside of that, even me making an indie rock song, you feel me, called Run, like, from the Quiet Kid, like, that was the first time I really did something like that, and that's people was really rock with it. So it just shows, like, yo, the sky could really be the limit. Like, there's always a stigma of, boxing yourself. You only can box yourself, and if you allow yourself to do that, you feel me, you just gotta have fun. That's the biggest rule every time I make a video. Yo, let me just have fun, and everything is gonna take care of itself, for real. Yeah.
What did you notice in your videos and in your approach that you were able to master going viral consistently? Because I think there's certain people that may go viral once and they'll
Yeah.
never be able to master it again. What do you think it was that you were able to figure out as a content and skit creator that you were able to
Yeah.
do so many times?
That's a great question. I feel like, what really just made me hone in on the skill and understanding what it takes to go viral is really understanding it's about the nature of the content itself. It has to be something that, is something that's, that can really be distinctive, but yet a broad understanding for it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like something that you just really got to lock in. And once I knew a video went viral, you got to, in a sense, make it that same format. And of course, you want to branch out. So you don't want to have content that, you make this about this one day and then it's a different thing. It always has to come together at one point. You feel me? So I feel like it was just really understanding, okay, I asked myself, why did this go? Oh, this probably went viral because of the idea of it. It's already something, it's something people never seen before. And it's something that can really just be, just replicated, you feel me, in the sense of it going as a trend and blowing up like a wildfire. So yeah, definitely just honing on and seeing what really made something go crazy. I took notes on it and boom, locked it in, and boom, next thing you know, it becomes second nature. Yeah.
Have you had any conversations with any artists similar to like what Shiggy did in the Drake video about you potentially
Yeah.
getting in a music video and creating a skit?
Now, honestly, it's crazy to think that, right? But it's like, nah, bro. Honestly, you
Wow.
feel me? Like, it's just, I don't know what it is, but in due time, in due time. So I can't really just work for that, because I know it's everything that's meant is gonna come to me. So it's just like right now, we're just focusing on, okay, locking in people, and best believe I know they seeing it. They seeing it for real. They seeing it. They tapped in for real. So nah, as far as like just conversing about being a video, yeah, none of that has really came my way, but it's all good though. For me, it's all good.
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen. It's gonna happen soon with the work you're putting in. Like you said, when you put the work in, there's got to be something that comes out of it eventually. I don't care if you're 50, it's coming.
Right.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. Yes, sir. That's a fact.
But is
Yes,
there
sir.
times that you've contemplated, and even I've done it because I'm the type that just posts and then I get off there. I can't handle it.
Right.
But someone
Well,
like you have to constantly feed your audience with skits. Is there times that you
yeah.
contemplate, man, I just want to delete this. I want to delete
Like,
this Instagram app.
it's great that you say that, because, like, honestly, at first, I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm not gonna be, somebody that's like, just beats around the bush. Like, when 2018, the first time I blew up, I'd honestly say I had a crazy social media addiction. You feel me? Because it was honestly the first time. I'm from a small town, where it's like something like that is crazy. But there were times, when I was first pulling up, all the notifications are on. I'm checking it's hard for me to converse with people because I'm too focused trying to multitask. But then it came to a point where I had to understand that it was an addiction for real. And I had to really create a system where, I'm balancing it now. Even till this day now, I don't even, it's rare that I check my phone before 12 p.m. So I always try to check it after 12 p.m. I just have just times where, okay, I'm on it for this amount of time. Cause I really try to make sure I'm focusing more on creating than consuming. Cause people don't know, like when you consume too much of it, it can just kind of bug your mind out. You feel me? And it's just like, I just try to make sure that, I stay on point with it. But yeah, and earlier there were times where I thought, like, nah, if a video did terrible, I'll take it down. But now I work to the point, like, even if it don't go as crazy as I wanted to, I leave it up only because could have been at least one person that rock with it crazy. So I just try to focus on that aspect of things for real. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. You definitely have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You got your mind in the game here, and that comes from your strict parents and you knowing
Yeah.
that you had to go to school. And I think this is what inspired your song Intelligence.
Yes,
Because you talk all about the math stuff in there with
yeah.
0.14 with pi. I heard all the
Yeah.
references in there. That's crazy. The
Yeah.
denominator,
Yes, sir. Oh, you was bumping that
unbelievable.
heavy. Yes, sir. Now, yeah, even the way that's another one, like a song that came about, I'm just in my dome, whatever. Okay, what's the next character in the stew gonna be? Just like, oh, I didn't even do a smart kid yet. And I did something earlier, like last year. It was when your homie raps in MLA format. And I wanted to make something along those lines. So I know if I'm doing a smart kid, it has to be somebody that raps with high vocabulary, that knows his subjects. And I just say, what? Let me touch upon math subjects. Boom, bada bing. I made the whole song about math subjects. It's a lot of bars that went over their head for real. So I just really made it around that. And next thing you know, I just checked like within 5 hours, it's already at like 2 million. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one right here. This is going crazy. So yeah, it was pretty dope. That one just is one that I didn't even almost drop at first, but it was like A&R told me, yo, bro, this is going crazy. This will go dumb. Like, and boom, it's my first song with 1 million streams. So yes, sir.
Insane. And just keep going with that. I remember
Yeah,
hearing about your top 5 back in the day. It was like Roddy Ricch, Kendrick
yeah,
Lamar, J. Cole, Lil
yeah,
Baby, and Dex. Has that
yeah.
changed since then?
I feel like, yeah, 100%. Only because like now I've really been listening to like different types of music for real. So I guess you on my top 5 now, right?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
your top 5 right now currently? It always changes.
yeah, for sure. I say my top 5 right now was definitely No Cap. Like his punchlines go crazy for real. I'd say who else I'm saying? I mess with Young Blue. Young Blue is
Mm.
tough for me. Now let's get to the bar side of thing. I'm still keeping J. Cole in that. You feel me? I'm still uh who else? I'm saying definitely putting Kendrick in there for me. Yes, sir. And then I say last, I'm gonna say Drake. Yeah, Drake for sure.
Drake. Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
need your thoughts on this new Drake album. Honestly,
yeah,
never mind. What are your thoughts on him switching the house and just doing that? Because to me, I
yeah.
appreciate it because that's what artists are supposed to do. We mentioned
Right,
not
right.
staying boxed in. You got to be box. You got to go out the box.
a hundred
What are your
percent,
thoughts
bro.
on that?
You read my mind on that. I appreciate it as well because it shows like he could have easily dropped the bars, the crazy things that people expect, but he says, you know what? Let me do a GTA side mission real quick and just drop this song real quick. And I know exactly why he did it. He knew like, yo, this is the summer, everybody's really outside, and he really wanted to niche target those clubs because best believe they're booming in the clubs. So it just shows how versatile he is. It just adds to the repertoire of his his catalog for us. So I appreciate the album as well because he didn't play it safe. A lot of the music industry nowadays, everybody, music is sounding the same, and of course, we live in a fast food music culture where it's here today, gone tomorrow. But he said, you know what? I could easily just do that, play safe, but nah, let me drop something, for the shorties, for the vibes, for the clubs and all that stuff. And you feel me? And it went crazy for like maybe to like some people saying that it flopped or whatever, but I felt like, yo, you selling over 100K, like you good, like you green for real. And it's not even about that. It's really just about you made it from an authentic place. He made it from an authentic place. And it was for its intended purpose, and he dropped it. So boom, yeah.
Mhm. Mr.
Yeah.
Morale, we got to get into this album.
Yeah.
Could you believe that this received so much backlash? Because there
Ah,
was a time when To Pimp a Butterfly received a lot of backlash when it first dropped. People forget about
yeah.
that. Everyone calls it a
Yeah.
classic now. They don't want
Right.
to go back to their old feelings of how they felt when the
Yeah.
album first came out. Could
Yeah.
you believe that there was backlash with this, knowing that when people say that Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper ever?
I couldn't really believe it because it's just like I heard it, you feel me? I digested it, and I understood that Kendrick really just came at a point where he just wanted to unleash how he truly felt for real. He really wanted to unleash how he truly felt, and I guess I could hear a sense of, him trying to, parallel beats with, modern type beats, but still he just stuck to him. And I felt like, it's, and I feel like nowadays people ain't really conscious and lyrical like that, in terms of audience side of things. So they always want to pay attention to the vibes. And Kendrick, he's gonna give you that lyrical things. He's gonna always paint a vivid picture. That's where probably people were kind of like, kind of disappointed in because they couldn't follow what he was talking about for real. But he's gonna stay true to that. And I felt like that joint was fire. Father Time was my favorite song all day because it touched on the heartstrings on a lot of things. So and I felt like it was a dope project for him. He really did his thing on that for real. Yeah.
And this brings us to embracing being alone. When did you realize, was there a point, because we all lose our friends, you know who your
Yeah.
friends really are, and you
Right.
read from stories from everybody in the industry, from hip hop artists to even
Right.
legendary acts such as Billy Joel, always talking about being
Yeah.
alone. When you're in this industry, you have to embrace being alone. When did that
Yeah.
pop into your mind, and being like, if you really want to get far in this industry, you got to kick the snakes out of your life and
Yeah.
embrace that this is going to be just a solo
Yeah.
move here in which you got to be alone.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, it really it because when you're first coming up, and especially when you're coming from a place where success isn't even that prevalent around you. When you first go crazy and stuff like that, yeah, you got the homies around you, boom, bada bing, oh, you went crazy. But now they start thinking in a sense that, just because they know you, they don't gotta put no work. You feel me? They just gonna be around to eat the fruits of your labor. But it's just like, then the envy starts coming in, then the, oh yeah, like, nah, like I don't really want him to win. It's a spirit within him, you feel me? But then you gotta realize, you gotta really just take a step back. All right, so boom, as I'm reaching this new heights, I know the person I gotta be. I know I gotta start changing my habits, and some people won't align with that. You feel me? So that's when, you gotta make that decision. If I really want this, I gotta go through that wilderness, be alone to really embrace, you feel me, and hear what God's telling me and remove myself from the snakes for real. Remove myself from, the people that, have envy. It could be male or females too. But once you go through that and you understand, it's for its intended purpose and everything is for the right, you know, then you just know that, okay, it was meant to be. You feel me? It's what had to happen for you to go. I had to go through certain situations to understand that, if I want to be at this next level, then it means I gotta embrace the closest connection to God and keep the real ones around me. Yeah.
Mhm. You're a big social media guy, of course, is why you're here on the show here tonight.
Yeah.
I've never talked about this before openly on my show, and I think it's a secret. And I wonder if other people think about it. Are your haters? Can you identify your haters in your Instagram stories?
I say 100%. You feel me? I could definitely 100%. I know you could too. You feel me? Like, hey, you thought I was gonna make it here. Now you looking at me for real. Like, I could definitely do that. But honestly, even when it comes to haters too, like, you feel me? I feel like, of course they always gonna be the fuel for everything because they still paying attention. It's the conversation about it. If you living rent free in their mind. But even when it comes to that, thing about haters, what they don't understand is that they can experience the same success in just a different facet. They just gotta tap into themselves. But it's because they just believe the lie that, oh, it's too late or something. They too distracted, you feel me, to really analyze and ask themselves, what do I really want to do with this life? The haters can really just do what we doing too at their own level for real. They just gotta tap in and realize that. So even when it's the haters, I see them like, oh, like, I still hope they doing good in their life for real. Cause I don't wish no bad energy on anybody. Cause at the end of the day, for me, it's just really about what you want for yourself and locking in. You feel me? And getting a close connection with God for real. That's really all it is. Like, it could be so simple, but a lot of people pay attention to other people's lives so much they neglect their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. And you know how certain haters end up. Just look at what happened today. Nipsey Hussle's
Yeah.
killer, a total
Yeah.
hater, and
Yeah.
he's going away for life.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Rest in
And
peace,
they
Nick.
finally got a court case right for once.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. 100%.
Never mind
Right.
locking up all the innocent people, but
Right.
they finally got one right for once.
Exactly, for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
man. But I want
Yes,
to thank you for coming on the show here today, man. Is there anything else you would love to let the audience know?
hey, man, you feel me? ISO gang, ISO family on the way. Hey, man, you feel me? Shout out to you, for me, to the people, for me, that understood the vision. Shout out to God. Appreciate you, God, for seeing the vision. Shout out to my boy Pax, you for me, verified vision, you for me, ISO gang, everybody going crazy. Shout out to my brother Tune. Shout out to the whole fam showing, for me, everybody. We going crazy and we just going up, you feel me? And it's only the beginning. So we just gotta stay locked in, stay, you feel me, sturdy. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Yeah.
That's right. Is0kenny, thank you for coming on the show, man. Anytime that you need any promo, you're always welcome on. I got the
Yes,
new
sir.
EP, Narrow Path, in my rotation. Keep going, keep spreading that
Yes,
positive
sir.
and honest message. We need more artists like you in this industry, and keep doing the great things with the skits. And I look
Yes,
forward to
sir.
seeing you doing some voiceover work and even transition to TV and acting.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mad Max, for having me. For me, it's all love. You for me, appreciate you. Dev got dope, authentic energy for him. It was just a smooth interview for me. So yeah, sure. I could already tell you just gonna keep going on your way up. You feel me? Because you do your research. You really ask the key questions for him. That's essential. Because I feel like once you do that, it really just creates a better atmosphere for the interview. So appreciate you for having me, bro. 100%.
That's
Yes,
a
sir.
fact, man. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Is0kenny. They can follow you on Instagram, Twitter,
Yes,
TikTok, all
sir.
that at Is0kenny.
Yes, sir. Is0kenny, because they be thinking this is
It's an
oh, you
O and
feel
it's
me?
not to
Yeah,
zero.
exactly. Is0kenny for me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night, all right?
Yes, sir, bro. You too.
Yeah. Peace out, man.
Yes, sir.